Once upon a time, Sears didn't just sell products. It sold possibility. You could order a house from Sears. A literal house. Walls, roof, windows, delivered by train to your backyard. You could buy your suit, your refrigerator, your tools, and your children's Christmas gift from the same catalog. Before Amazon, before Walmart, before the internet existed as a concept. At its peak, Sears wasn't just a retailer. It was the infrastructure of American consumption. So how did the company that built modern retail fail to survive it? The catalog that built a country. It's the late 1800s. Most of America is rural. Local stores control prices. Selection is limited. Consumers have almost no bargaining power. Then comes Richard Sears, a railroad agent in Minnesota who starts selling watches to kill time between trains. His idea is simple and revolutionary. Sell directly to people who have no access to big city stores. The Sears catalog changes everything. Farmers in Kansas, miners in Montana, families with no department store for 100 miles. They all thumb through the same thick pages, circle the same items, mail in their orders. By the early 1900s, the catalog has over 500 pages. You could order clothing, furniture, farm equipment. And starting in 1908, entire homes. Kit homes, delivered by rail, assembled in your backyard. Over 70,000 Sears homes were built across America. Some are still standing today. Sears didn't just understand its customers. It served people that everyone else had forgotten. From catalog to king. After World War II, America moves to the suburbs. Shopping habits shift. People drive to stores instead of ordering from catalogs. Sears adapts perfectly. It builds department stores across the country, a centerpiece of suburban life. Craftsman tools, Kenmore appliances, die-hard batteries, private brands that become household names, trusted by generations. By the 1970s, Sears is the largest retailer in the United States. It's so dominant, it builds the tallest building in the world. The Sears Tower, not because it needs the space, because it can. At its peak, Sears employs over 350,000 people. Its sales account for roughly 1% of the entire U.S. economy. 2/3 of all Americans shop there in any given quarter. Half of all American households carry a Sears credit card. It wasn't just winning. It was the game. The illusion of permanence. But here's what nobody talks about. Success creates a dangerous illusion. The illusion that the future will look like the past. In the 1980s, Sears starts looking beyond retail. It buys Dean Witter, a financial services firm. It acquires Coldwell Banker, real estate. It launches the Discover card. The logic sounds smart. We already have millions of customers. Why not sell them everything? But running a retailer is hard. Running financial institutions is hard. Doing both at the same time, while competitors are getting sharper, proves even harder. Walmart obsesses over low prices. Home Depot focuses entirely on home improvement. Best Buy specializes in electronics. Customers increasingly prefer stores that do one thing exceptionally well. Sears is still trying to do everything. And while it plays banker, its stores begin to drift. The internet arrives, and Sears blinks. Then comes the biggest shift of all, the internet. And here's the painful irony. Sears should have been perfectly positioned for the online era. Think about it. Customers browse products from home. They place an order. The company ships it directly to them. Sound familiar? That's e-commerce. Browse from home. Place an order. Get it delivered. It's also exactly what Sears had been doing since the 19th century. It invented this model, a century before Amazon. The difference wasn't the idea. Sears had the idea first. The difference was the response. Amazon treated online shopping as the future and rebuilt everything around it. Sears recognized that the internet mattered. But recognizing change is not the same as responding to it. Amazon kept improving. Sears kept hesitating. The gap kept widening. The financier who finished it. In 2005, hedge fund manager Eddie Lampert engineers the merger of Sears and Kmart. Two struggling retailers, duct taped together and presented as a turnaround story. But Lampert isn't a retailer. He's a financial engineer, and he runs Sears like an investment portfolio. Instead of investing in stores, he sells assets. Craftsman sold. Die Hard sold. Real estate sold. He divides the company into competing internal units. Departments fight each other for resources instead of working together. The stores deteriorate visibly. Lights flicker. Shelves sit empty. Staff disappears. Customers walk in, look around, and walk right back out. It wasn't neglect by accident. It was neglect by design. The slow collapse. Most iconic companies don't fail overnight. Neither does Sears. Fewer customers mean less revenue. Less revenue means less investment. Less investment creates a worse experience. That experience drives away even more customers. The cycle repeats, year after year. By 2018, the company that once employed hundreds of thousands has fewer than 90,000 workers. Stores collapse from over 3,500 to under 700. In October 2018, Sears files for bankruptcy. The Sears Tower had already been renamed the Willis Tower years before. Even the building had moved on. What the ruins teach us. It's easy to blame Amazon, but that's only part of the story. Sears had the brand, the trust, the distribution network, the customer relationships. It had almost everything it needed to survive, except the willingness to become something new. And that's the real lesson. The qualities that create success in one era can become liabilities in the next. Scale becomes bureaucracy. Stability becomes complacency. Experience becomes resistance to change. Markets don't reward history. They reward adaptation. For more than a century, Sears taught America how to shop. But when the future finally arrived at its doorstep, Sears never answered the door. If you want to keep exploring the stories of companies, cities, and systems that rose and fell, like and subscribe.